Okay, we're live. Week 13. 5-6 Buccaneers versus the 8-3 Panthers. Buccaneers are rated pretty decently more than the Panthers. They've had a statistically a good year. They're just for some reason they're 5-6. One of those 5 wins was against us earlier in Tampa, and time to play them back. We're 3 games ahead of them. Unfortunately, if we win this game, we can't. It's not going to seal the division quite yet, but it's going to get pretty close, which is nice. So, as you can see here, Simmons from Tennessee, 17 freaking sacks. Like he's just unstoppable this year. Um, I've bumped up the pass blocking for in gameplay sliders a couple times to try and balance it out. I may bump it up a little bit more, little by little. I just don't think that there should be multiple players on pace to break the sack record. Even though it's nice to see our guys get a lot of sacks, it's just not, that kind of stat just isn't realistic. Okay, let's take. Again, always feel like I'm forgetting something. Detroit 10-1. Speaking of Detroit, I was looking for playbooks that call more offensive plays under center. So suppose we're going to try the Detroit playbook. Hopefully, Canales doesn't get pissed off and just keep passing when we're winning the game with under 3 minutes left, and he just keeps calling pass plays, even on a 2-1. Asshole. All right, we'll go over the injury report, ours, and then the Buccaneers. Should be getting Dowdle back next week. Ooh, we have our tight end back. Let's take care of that before this old going senile guy forgets that. I didn't get a message. Okay, he's automatically back into the depth chart. Who has better catching? You know what? Sorry, Trumbull. But our young guy is coming back. God, he's been out for a while. All right. Back to the injury report. And then we'll check out their depth chart. McCollum's out. Rashid White's out. Their left tackle, Hack, who apparently wasn't that good to begin with, is out. So they've got a good roster going into this game. Wait, what's he rated? Hold on. 85, okay. He's had a good year. Irving, Evans, Godwin. Man, that's a tough 2 starters right there. Buka is 4th. Okay, Worfs. Okay, that's their weakness right there so far. Man, yeah, that team's offense is pretty stacked. Guess I've never realized just how decent this roster is. Hassan Reddick, huh? Who did they draft? Oh, I'll have to. Okay, they drafted Ibuka. That's right. Like I could see why we struggled the first game. I don't see why they have a shitty record. Bears. All right. What should we wear? I'm wondering. I'm trying to remember what we wore last time. I just say we just go. All black. Yep. All right, let's try it out.
Back in week 9, the Buccaneers dominated their first matchup against the Panthers. Can Carolina even the score? The answer comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to North Carolina and the bustling city of Charlotte as we welcome you inside.
Will Jack the Snack Plumber
The home of the Panthers.
do his part again?
And Greg Oaten up here in the booth. Greg, we've looked at this matchup, talked about the offenses, the defense. It feels like a tight one. And usually, what is that?
And you know what? Just so I don't know. I just feel like we've just had a great season. I'm gonna go scan through our depth chart real quick, just so if you question whether or not I've changed or edited ratings, I have not. Depth chart. See, overall 61. Hubbard's just 87. Trump. Whoa. Oh, that's okay. Again, that's fullback. That gets me every time. You know what I could do? I could do. Hold on. I need to change that. Outs is my fucking fullback. There we go. All right. Do you think these guys are gonna do well for us or what? I mean, they've struggled catching the ball, but it seemed to work last time where I just kept benching fuckers, rotating them out. So I'll stick with this setup for now. You know what? Let me inject something here. Let me try something. So we got Scorton, who I'm yelling, Johnson. Okay, let's try that. Huh, you know what? I want to try something else here. Let's go. Let's give him a fucking something to actually work towards, man. He's just kind of just been a letdown with dropping balls. You know, he's not being punished. We're just trying to find something for him to succeed in. Let's keep it Chuba throughout. I want to see him get some snaps. Yep, he's our highest rated slot guy. Okay, we'll stick with that. Yep. You know what? Let's do. Okay. That's the depth chart. There was something else here. Where did I could have swore there was some kind of. I ran across something. Oh, I know what it was.
Similar on offense,
Coach
very similar on
adjustments.
defense.
Okay.
All the metrics.
Oh shit! I need to. Fucking clock was ticking on me. All right. And we're off.
The kicker, Chase McLaughlin, will get this one started. And off we go from Charlotte. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even keel. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He just shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
The motion man is Sanders. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. They go 5 receivers for third down and 4. Throwing now from the gun. And that is incomplete. He was seeking out the veteran Adam Thielen that time. And that'll set up fourth down.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball, and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And they're led by the number 1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he played fairly well for the most part. Now, are there some things to clean up? Absolutely. Some of his footwork, both inside and outside the pocket, still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, I'm going to fit this ball in the window. Some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up, but overall, not bad. But what matters the most?
Uh-oh, Ransom coming on the blitz.
He just wasn't the difference maker his team needed when they needed him the most.
A short one there to Otten. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down. Like living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Fair catch will be taken here. It is right at the 40-yard line. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game. Take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards for running backs, and he's right there among the best in the league. The motion man is Sanders. They'll run here. The former Canadian track star, Chuba Hubbard, will take it. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
To the air now on 1st and 10. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Hubbard. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Here's Matt Ariza now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. One of the tight ends in motion right. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. That is taken in by the veteran, Mike Evans. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He's going to run it. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Automatic 1st down.
They send Godwin in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. There's Evans. He's got it. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. With that, I want to give you a look here at the receiving numbers for him from the game a week ago. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here comes Otten in motion. On 2nd down, Baker to the tight end, Otten with the grab. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. They send Godwin in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. That's caught. It's Evans. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. They send Godwin in motion. A 2nd down throw from Mayfield. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, And now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Mayfield to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Down the field, it's Evans. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, 2 things need to happen. 1, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
The motion man is Sanders. That into the hands of Hubbard. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On play action, he'll set up. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Throwing now on 3rd and long, and that is incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. He's building a case for the MVP. He is the leader in the NFL in touchdown passes as we move into the back half of the season. On 1st down is Mayfield. Get this complete right side to Otten. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8. Here comes Otten in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. The throw on the run is complete. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. Here's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for, and it'll be 2nd down. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Trayvon Merrick up to make the tackle. 3rd and 9. Here comes Otten in motion. Now Mayfield. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
This one fielded out beyond the 25.
Okay, Excel.
And a
Okay.
very solid return as they're able to bring him down. The Panthers offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Off balance throw. It's complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Here's Hubbard. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
Automatic 1st down.
Now they'll set up to throw. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play.
Oh, Coker.
19 on
That's what we like to see.
It's a Carolina 1st down. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Thielen. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. We're going to run right over center with Hubbard. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
Kind of liking this H-back
The goal of every offense, Mike,
and
is
all
to
the
find a
plays
way to
he's
establish a
getting in this
balance between
playbook.
the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
On 1st down, it's right back to Hubbard. And a nice run. It's down to the 5-yard line. The carry here for ETN. And he'll get 3 yards here, down to the 2-yard line. Now they'll pitch it out here.
Oh my God, that
And
sucks.
he's going nowhere on this one. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it is 4th and goal.
On 3rd and goal, Mike, they make an interesting decision. They keep the ball on the ground, thinking they have enough power up front to just push this one in. Instead, they find themselves going backwards. Brings up 4th down.
Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Panthers will take a 3-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
We'll get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and Baker Mayfield ready for their next possession. And he is in the midst of a sensational season, currently 2nd in the NFL in passing yards. Man in motion, heading left. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
They send Evans in motion. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That's caught left side by Otten. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll send him over to the left. To throw is Mayfield. To the left side to Godwin. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down. Here's 3rd and 2.
Oh, I don't think they're getting it.
Here comes Otten in motion.
Nope.
Down,
Look at
it's
that.
Irving. And he didn't need much. I don't think he got there. It's going to depend on the spot. Looks like he is short on that one.
And what a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up 4th down.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Panthers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. Get this drive started on the ground. It's Hubbard. Off the sideline to the 40. And strong running there as they're finally able to bring him down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game. And you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
2 minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Open man downfield is Leggett.
That's what I'm talking about.
The 40-yard line.
That was nice.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. You can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
1st and 10 now from the 36. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. They'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And that is incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Leggett. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Oh, flag.
And he looks up, he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball. As he was
Personal foul. Is that a first
immediately
down?
after hauling that one in.
That's a first down. Wait.
Automatic 1st down.
Wow.
First and 10.
Wow. What a break.
Back to
Now they just need
throw.
to take advantage of it. Nice.
He'll get this to his tight end, Ja'Tavion Sanders. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Just run the fucking ball, bro. You got timeouts?
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw.
Oh, man, come
And
on.
this ball batted away and incomplete.
Well, that's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup. And right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch. Because right now these downfield passes, the defense is all over.
You know what?
You can just see the reaction on the sideline.
I wish there was a mode where I could call the plays.
The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is
EA
takeaways,
Sports head
field
coach
goals.
game.
That's what you're trying to do, and man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. One final throw before the break. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And that one getting close to halftime with the Falcons out in front. The Falcons trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And you can see, currently, they trail in that ball game. Caleb Williams with a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Joe Flacco has thrown a touchdown pass. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They're still in search for their first points in this one, but only trailing 6-0. And this drive will begin with the first down. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll run it. It's Irving. 18 yards on the pickup there. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
This is a clear example of a running back who really trusts his speed. He understands if he just holds his line towards the sideline, he's going to outrun most of the defenders on the field. That's exactly what he does. Picks up the first down before being forced out of bounds.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Right back to Irving. And this defense not allowing much there. They'll stop him at the 45. They'll come up on the second down and 8. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And it'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down. Throwing is Baker. To the outside. Catch made by Evans. Not just the first down, but reception number 70 on the season. A give. This is Irving. And he'll get this inside the 10, but not much further than that. He'll send a tight end in motion right. He'll go again here with Irving. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. And he'll take it on in. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. That touchdown, lucky number 13 on the season. On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bucs move out in front by a point. It's 7-6. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. So they come to the line for first down and 10. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. Here's ETN. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
A run with Hubbard, and he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
Wow. He really took that, I'm going to put you on kick and punt return message, didn't he?
Searching for a little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these first downs and go finish with 6.
And the Panthers are going to be set up. First and goal. He's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. They'll run with Hubbard. Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes second and goal. One more time, it's Hubbard. And he'll get 3 yards here, down to the 2-yard line.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations. That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And this will pay off. It is caught. Touchdown, Carolina.
I was getting a little frustrated, but okay. I'll live with it.
Tight
That's nice.
spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is taken in at the goal line. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And November's not too early to start thinking about postseason awards. If you are, he's among the favorites at this point to take home the MVP come February. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Automatic first down.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Baker to throw. That's over the middle of the tight end, Otten. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Here's Mayfield. A short one there to Otten. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. Throwing is Mayfield. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. On 2nd down, Baker. A pass pulled in by Irving. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter.
And that's why you signed that
now
Anderson kid, because of his speed.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Mayfield. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. And he will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers. For quarterbacks, there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30
God
touchdowns. That
damn,
was
Horn just
number
got
30
straight burned
on
on
the
that
year.
one. That was embarrassing.
This will be big for the Bucs. They're going to try the two-point conversion. The Bucs will set up for the two-point conversion. To throw is Mayfield. And he will get into the end zone. The conversion is good, and the lead is up to 3 here in the fourth quarter.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here, this close to the end zone, especially on two-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
That one taken in right side by Leggett. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Automatic first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw, and he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. On the give is Hubbard. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here's a 3rd and 10. The motion man is Sanders. Now, faking the give. That's to the right, caught by Sanders. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down. From the 50, he'll set up to throw.
I'm a little surprised they're going for it.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush, and it will lead to a turnover on downs.
So the key to this 4th down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down for a huge 4th down stop.
The Buccaneers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. Evans working free. He's got it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Right back to Evans. He's got it again. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Buccaneers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. And time again, Greg, the yards on the ground have been very difficult to come by.
Yeah, and it really goes against conventional wisdom, Mike. You hear so often everyone talk about you run the ball to open up the pass, and really that's not necessarily.
Gotta try something here.
Having trouble on the ground, the best way to open things up underneath is by passing the ball, and that could be a variety of ways. Throwing it downfield, screen passes, swing passes. Just get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and open things up.
He'll drop to throw. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others,
he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. The Bucs offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Here comes Otten in motion. On second down, a run with Irving. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. It is 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
So the two components to a scramble drill, Mike, is the quarterback has to buy time with his legs, and then all of the receivers need to second reaction and come open downfield late. And he bought time, but nobody was able to separate.
Man, Horn should have just laid him the fuck out.
Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead.
Okay.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10.
Oh, it's Horn. It's Horn Jr., baby.
Colorado.
There we go.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
The offense is able to land a big blow there, and I think what happened defensively, Mike, is just everyone was not on the same page. When you do that at this level, the good offenses, they're going to make you pay for it. They've got to clean up those mistakes, make the offense have to earn everything they get.
Back to throw. That into the hands of Hubbard. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
God, fuck me, damn it.
Picked off by Levante David. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. And they look to finish it off.
See, it just feels icky, even winning the title when the second place, potentially second place team in the division just swept us.
For a gain of 4 yards.
No.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Here's Irving. Irving's got a 1st down, still going. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Edwards to the 5-yard line. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Baker gonna give it to Irving. Powering forward. He's in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Buccaneers are going to extend their lead.
Who knows? Maybe there's a chance we can see him in the playoffs. Eight and 4 versus 6 and 6.
He'll kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go.
It's fucking embarrassing, guys.
It's a touchback. The Panthers offense headed back to take over once more. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his tight end, Sanders.
Why are we going downfield?
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense They're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. On the handoff, it's Irving. And he'll get this close to a first down. It's about 7, maybe a yard short of the first down. 3rd and a yard. One of the tight ends motions right. Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the play off on 3rd and short.
Still 3rd down.
So instead of 3rd and short, it's now 3rd and 6. Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. Good for a Buccaneers first down. They'll run with Irving. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. So a win here for the visiting Bucs, and it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the 2nd time this year. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the
All right, I ain't gonna
NFL
go over the fucking highlights,
on
man.
EA
This is
Sports.
dumb.
So long, everybody.
I'll look at the stats, I guess, real quick. But yeah, this is just embarrassing. 83 fucking percent completion percentage. Something's not right, bro. He's in the running for MVP? Really? What the fuck? Just seems like you just couldn't stop him. Like he's like fucking Drew Brees and Tom Brady, man. Fucking mods, probably Bucks fans. Fucking pansies. 96 yards rushing. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fuck. Something's just not right, man. Well, they're not having a good season though, so it's just against the Panthers for some reason. Alright, fuck this shit. What does Canal say if I can tell the truth Mondays? Yeah, well, this is gonna be like I'll tell you the truth, and I ain't watching shit Monday. Then we got the Niners and the Bills. It's gonna be an interesting few weeks here. All right. Um, thank goodness no injuries to report on. That'll cover it until week 14. Later.